Hi, I'm Alex Sampson with Health Benefits Associates, and I'm creating this short video to answer your questions about Prominence Health Plans and the recent breakup with St. Mary's Hospital, the upcoming breakup with St. Mary's Medical Group and independent facilities. So let's take a look at that today. I'll get right into it. This video is designed for small and large employers. We're going to have a separate video on the link below designed for people on the Prominence Medicare Advantage prescription drug plan. So click on that link if you are on a Medicare Advantage plan with Prominence. So here, just a little bit of the history. You may have been on the plan when Prominence Health Plans was called St. Mary's Health Plans. They used to be directly affiliated with St. Mary's Hospital here in town. Since then, St. Mary's Health Plans has been bought and name changed to Prominence Health Plans. And so this is kind of a further development of what's already been going on, which is the breakup between St. Mary's and Prominence, the St. Mary's former St. Mary's Health Plans, now Prominence. So right now, we're seeing that the new hospital has been creating a lot of this adversity that's coming up because they're building that new hospital, and St. Mary's Hospital is feeling a little bit threatened by this. We're seeing a lot of that conflict playing out here on stage in front of us all. So what's really happening is Reno is growing as a town, and we're seeing that instead of having now just 2 medical groups here in town, there are going to be 3 coming up here. So overall, that's a good thing. It creates more competition, means lower prices and better consumer outcomes. But it also means that during these growing pains that we're seeing coming up right here, it's going to be difficult for members that are right in the middle of it. So here, beginning on August, or already happened, today is September 22nd, so already happening on August 7th, we saw that St. Mary's Hospital was no longer accepted if you had a Prominence Health Plan HMO. So that was a big deal. There were letters of agreement that were signed that allowed you to go to a St. Mary's facility if the procedure you're receiving cannot be done at a Northern Nevada medical group or another in-network medical group. For example, having a new baby. That is something Northern Nevada does not do today. They will do that at the new hospital. However, that's coming up in March. Now, the medical group currently, right now, as of September 2022, is still accepted. And so that is what's going to be changing here coming up in October. So beginning October 13th, the medical group now will not be covered. The urgent care and the ER services will no longer be covered at St. Mary's. Now, you're still getting emergency covered nationwide as long as it's life-threatening. If you rush to an emergency room and you're on a Prominence Health Plan, that's still going to be covered. So that includes the St. Mary's. However, St. Mary's is not our regional trauma center. So the likelihood of you being rushed there is pretty slim compared to Renown. Now, the PPO and the point of service plans are exempt for now. So they are going to be billing separately for the PPO and point of service. This really affects the HMO for today. But with these breakups, as you can see, first it was the hospital, now it's the medical group. We expect the PPO and point of service plans to be not accepted at St. Mary's pretty soon here. So the next steps. So today, it's good if you're aware. Employees are going to be receiving written notifications by about Tuesday of next week, letting them know that there will no longer be accepted at St. Mary's medical group or the St. Mary's Hospital. Their plan will no longer be accepted there. Now, really, Prominence is telling us this affects about 10% of their members. I don't know if that's 10% of members who are going to a specialist or how they kind of measured that, but we expect the overall percentage of members to be hopefully pretty low. We're offering alternates. I've got alternate ideas and alternate resources here for people who are on a plan going to a St. Mary's doctor. And if they have a upcoming surgery that's scheduled at St. Mary's, Prominence Health Plans is actually personally reaching out to these members via phone and trying to reschedule them to another facility that's going to be in network at the time of their service. And so that's a big deal. If the member has been to a Northern Nevada medical group, if the member is on Prominence and they have been to a St. Mary's medical group, within the past year, they're going to be receiving just a letter. If they've been for more than one visit or if they have an upcoming surgery, they're going to get a phone call. This may have an extension. We've seen a lot of these happen with Anthem originally about 2 years ago, and Renown, that happened, and then United Healthcare had that happen as well just earlier this year. And so it is something that happens with these contract breakups that does happen, and then all of a sudden they establish a new contract and get back together. So that could happen. However, with how we're seeing other outside factors come in, such as the new hospital coming in, and this being a step-by-step process that obviously looks very planned out from a outside perspective, we're seeing that this might be a little bit more permanent than that. Now today, there are several urgent cares that are still covered in network on a Prominence health plan. And so if you're an HMO member, you can still go here. What we're finding is that also Dispatch Health is covered. And so if you're looking at this particular chart right here, I will include a link to this chart below for a full screen version. I'll also include more information as we become updated on what's going on so that you can actually see these will be the facilities that are covered and this is where you want to go. Prominence is also going to be releasing an updated network list. I'll include that in the link below so that you'll have access to that, and we'll send that out with the emails as well. Now today, cardiology and pulmonology is another big thing that you cannot miss your appointments with your cardiologist or pulmonologist and expect to be just skating along. So there are specific appointment slots that Northern Nevada Medical Group has opened up specifically for Prominence members that were affected by this change. And so I would encourage you to contact Northern Nevada Medical Group and the facility right there off Vista. I mean, that is a great facility to go to. I've been in it several times, and I think the doctors are extremely knowledgeable, extremely well qualified, and available for you. And so that's an important differentiation here. Now, I put these couple of medical professionals on this list here because we actually interviewed these medical professionals live on YouTube, and I have high thoughts about these people. I would encourage you to follow the link that I put below, Health Benefit. It's youtube.com/Health Benefits Associates, and there you can see the videos on these professionals as well as others that are in the area. But yeah, I think highly of all of them there, but these three happen to stand out in my mind. Now today, this affects the association health plans, small group health plans, and large group health plans. And so if you're on an HMO, that's who it's going to affect the most. So if you're on a PPO plan for today, this shouldn't affect you. Now, we've been told that from Prominence health plans that they're going to be still accepting PPO plans across the board here, but we expect that to change pretty soon here. So what they're basically doing is allowing these association health plans, small group health plans, and large group health plans to either add or change over to a PPO health plan mid-year outside of the annual open enrollment period. So here it's allowing association health plans. They're adding another option on there, which it will be a PPO. Most association health plans already include at least one PPO plan, but they're adding another option on here, and then they're allowing employees to move to that plan outside of the annual open enrollment period. They're also allowing small groups to be rewritten outside of the annual cycle, the annual open enrollment cycle, to include a PPO plan. For large groups, they're allowing employees to move to that PPO plan if they have one in place already, or they're allowing a large group to add a PPO plan and then allow employees to move to it, but that's subject to if they allow it or not. So that's going to be on one-off circumstances that's there. And so that's all the information I had for you in this video. I cannot stress it enough. If you have more questions about this, I would love to help answer those. I'm sure the other people in my office would as well. So please contact us. Please use the links below to redirect back to the site and for helpful resources. And I'm sure we'll be releasing more information about this. So if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel because we want to keep you updated with all of the changes that are coming up with all of the different health plans that are out there. I'm Alex Sampson from Health Benefits Associates, and thank you so much for watching.